Greetings, everyone. This is a shot of whiskey, and I think I'm ready to get back into posting short videos on a near daily basis. For today's video, I will be responding to an imbecile who, if I'm to be completely honest, I don't remember his name, and for whatever reason, I did not write it down anywhere. Oh well, it's not like this loser matters enough to remember his name. I will say these things, though. First, I won't have this video filled with a whole lot of visual changes or video interruptions.
Yes, I am a scrapple man. Think I'll have another can. Grind up a pig, put it in a can. Scrapple.
This is mostly to save myself some time, so my apologies. Second, I saw JD Miles, link to his channel in the description, respond to this smooth-brained dweeb a little over a month ago. His video, as well as Gollum's foolhardy response to my comment about the only thing he proved was that he knew nothing of what he was talking about, inspired me to eventually make this video. Finally, from what I recall while checking out his YouTube channel, he claims to be a dating coach, despite him looking like a homeless Star Trek alien of the canine variety. I think his name was Steve McVeigh or something like that, and he has some hilariously erroneous things to say about MGTOW. So, let's get cracking, shall we?
Okay, gentlemen, today I'm going to specifically address you guys who are men going your own way.
If I had started my response video with these first 8 or so seconds, you wouldn't need me to tell you that this myopic pocket worshiper does not respect us. Which of course he doesn't. He doesn't respect us for the same reason that Bulldog Mindset, Rich Cooper, and all other PUAs do not. We are never going to give them our money in exchange for their lousy advice.
Guess what?
Chicken butt,
You're a fraud.
says the scam artist.
You know why?
Because you lack the testosterone to think like a man?
Okay, I can prove it in 3 simple words.
Any guesses on what those 3 words are?
Here's your sign.
I'll give y'all a hint. He does not understand what own way actually means.
You're still here!
Yes, we're still here on the internet because this is the 21st century and we are not the Amish. Oh wait, that's not what his miniature marble of a brain has concocted the phrase to mean. Get ready to hear nothing new, my friends, nor accurate.
You're still talking about women.
Yes, much like how firefighters still talk about fire, or how surgeons still talk about cancer, or how former alcoholics talk about alcohol addiction, or how priests and pastors talk about sinfulness and hell, or how any professional sports team talks about their upcoming opponents, such as how my Seattle Seahawks should be talking about the strengths and weaknesses of the Detroit Lions, which, given how they played last week against the LA Rams, Seattle should also be talking about their own strengths and weaknesses. All of the weaknesses, which are a lot of weaknesses. What I'm trying to get at is part of what MGTOW is a source of information. We believe in personal growth in all aspects of our lives, and part of that, like it or not, includes the occasional discussion of women, be it specific women or the gender as a whole. In a lot of cases, our content helps many men with their various problems because we discuss matters relating to the other sex. It is impossible to discuss topics that have influenced the MGTOW philosophy, such as divorce courts, family courts, dating apps, false allegations, and ridiculous feminist assaults on masculinity without acknowledging women.
You're still obsessed with women?
No, we are not obsessed with women. You are, which may be why you have a hard time comprehending that not all men are members of your coochie cult. Then again, what should we expect from a disgusting dating roach who looks like the guy that once got kicked out of middle school for eating the urinal cakes?
You're still reading about women?
Well, yeah.
Should doctors stop reading about medical breakthroughs regarding cancer treatments? Should Christians stop reading the Bible or Muslims stop reading the Quran? Maybe you should stop reading coloring books, or at the very least, stop eating the crayons.
You're still busy clipping newspaper articles and looking for web stories about women doing men wrong to prove your point.
You do realize that those articles oftentimes include arguments against your nonsense, right? Or is that why you want us to stay silent? You don't want us to save your victims from their premature fates, do you? Also, many of these articles are about us being attacked by these miffed females who are realizing that they have less victims to bully.
If you're gonna go your own way, how about this? Here's an idea. Go your own way.
We have. The way in which we are talking about is marriage and cohabitation. It is not about getting off of the internet and living life like hermits.
It doesn't need to be.
Get lost. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you on the way out.
Is that what happened to your lip?
You know why? Because more for us.
Yeah, more misery for you. Enjoy being taken advantage of through the legal system. Enjoy wasting your time and money on vultures who don't see you as a human being. Enjoy playing Russian roulette with 3 bullets instead of 1. Go for it.
Yeah, man.
If you hate yourself enough that you believe a loose, saggy pink sleeve will give your empty life euphoria for 30 seconds, then go for it. Our presence is not going to affect that. You know that. You even like that, apparently. Which is why it is an irrelevant talking point. You don't care because you worry that the 304 I'm rejecting will never want you. No, you care because we aren't going to give you money. Money in exchange for how to ruin our lives for a few seconds of pee-pee pleasure. Too bad, Beta Male. We're here to stay. Ha ha ha.
And better for women, because they deserve better.
Yeah, okay. No, they deserve nothing. They are the reason MGTOW exists. They are the ones that duped politicians into passing sexist laws and creating biased courts, which have destroyed millions of men and eventually led us to wising up and refusing to be their victims. The women that you want are most likely either desperate because they've ruined past relationships with a smile, or they're thirsty for another sucker to drain the life out of.
If you don't like women, what makes you think women are going to like you?
Oh, look, more of the same false accusation against MGTOW that every man-hating doofus has ever regurgitated like a good little parrot. Never heard that one before. Newsflash, you homo heidelbergensis, which is not a gay slur, by the way. It is the name of a human ancestor before the Neanderthals, so calm your SJW rage. We do not hate women. We are simply choosing not to engage in a lose-lose situation. And hey, I don't know if anyone has ever told you this. Probably not, since you think like a mama's boy. But many women have hated men for decades before the MGTOW philosophy was ever a thing. They're called feminists. They were plentiful in the 60s and 70s, and they raised generations of man-hating harlots in the 90s and beyond. No, we don't hate women. We hate the idea of subjecting ourselves to a legal agreement that she can break and still get rewarded for it. We hate the idea that we could get fined for disagreeing with women, or have a baby pinned on us without our knowledge or any physical proof, or that our lives can be ruined because a woman made a claim against us. We hate the system. The system that taught women these actions are acceptable and beneficial. The system that utilized the popo to take away our freedoms and lives because her feelings got hurt. That is what we hate. But you wouldn't know that, would you? No, you refuse to talk to a single MGTOW about what our philosophy actually is. I'm willing to bet that everything you think you know about us came from a feminazi blog or left-wing hit piece.
Well, I tell you what it is, a low view of women. You don't have the view of women you need to have to like them, adore them, see them as partners instead of adversaries, and God forbid, get them to be attracted to you and do nice things for you.
Nope, that is not it. The closest thing to that being true is that we no longer see Western women as being wife material, because they are not. Along with women having many ways to destroy our lives, most women today don't know how to be wives. The few who do get a shit ton of hate from other women for being pick-me girls. As the larcenous rapper Cardi B once said, "I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring." Then she talks about being a thing that men place their Oscar Myers into. That's a sentiment that a lot of women have. They don't need to bring anything to the table because they are the table, and they think their vajayjays are magical.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And if that's the way you want to be, you want to go your own way, you've given up, great. Get lost, more for us. More for the men who truly love women, better for the women too.
Yeah, in a way, MGTOW is better for these women as well. The very same women that you treat like Aphrodite. Because in reality, it means they have an easier job finding their prey. You are their prey. You frail, overweight, past your prime, defenseless buffalo. And these creatures that you think are an Aphrodite are really more like a Satheno. And since you most likely have the cultural knowledge of a 10-year-old who does the 5-knuckle shuffle to One Piece and Pokemon, Satheno was Medusa's eldest sister, a fellow Gorgon who slaughtered many, many men.
There it is.
Yep, there it is. One of the most pathetic attempts to debunk MGTOW that I have ever seen. And if you saw my previous video, the one about the original He-Man episode, you'll understand when I say that this male's wink just now is creepier than that of Man-at-Arms.
Scott McKay from X and Y Communications. Be good out there.
Oh, all right. His name is apparently Scott McKay. You know what? I'm going to add him in this title. I doubt he'll have the testicular fortitude, as they used to say in the WWE, to leave a comment, or better yet, to agree to have a respectable, insult-free discussion with me, or any MGTOW. But hey, who knows? I have been wrong before.
It's an urban legend that never happened.
What's really amusing about his ending is that he is encouraging men to be good out there. Okay, fine. MGTOW agrees with that. MGTOW is about self-improvement as well as self-preservation. The thing is, how are you going to do that if you're wasting your free time hunting down used-up puniti that is connected to an animal that will devour your bank account and your soul? I also looked at the video he has pinned on his channel, just for kicks. I'm going to show you guys the description that he has to show that I'm not lying. He refers to MGTOW as dating advice that proffers anti-masculine victimhood. Wow. This only proves even more that Scott is clueless and that he wants men to submit to women and for us to pay him as he points the way towards matrimonial bondage. Now, to be honest, when I saw him use the word proffered, I wasn't sure if he actually meant to choose that word or if it was a typo and he was too lazy and stupid to fix it. However, I will give him the benefit of the doubt because proffered is a fitting word for what he's trying to convey. We are not victims, Mr. Elephant Man. We are simply us. And we are done with the games. Scott, assuming that you are watching this belated response video and have made it this far, you have made it abundantly clear that you do not care about men. You want men to be unaware of the truth, to become victims because you profit off of it. You charge men for advice and don't care that many of them are setting themselves up for legal failures. You insult men for making decisions for bettering themselves like a desperate strumpet gets mad that an average Joe won't invest in her buy one hole, get another one free deal. What sets my mockery of you apart from your mockery of me is that yours are based on lies and they are all that you offer, whereas mine are based on facts and are accompanied with logical arguments that support why MGTOW is the correct way to go. How about saying something of value, like a logical reason to return to the plantation? Huh? Do you have one point? No, of course you don't, because there is none, and you don't care. You are not pro-man. You are pro-profit. You can leave, unless you're willing to have that conversation like a real man would. To everyone else, thank you for watching. This is your favorite mini-sized glass cup of misspelled booze, reminding you all that if you abuse alcohol, it will abuse you back.